All right, well, good afternoon. I'm Gary Nixa, Boston University Senior Vice President for Operations, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here. This is our official groundbreaking for the New Balance field at Boston University. We have a couple people that wanted to say a couple comments this afternoon, but really we're here to celebrate this great opportunity for our students and our faculty and staff to double the number of athletic fields here at BU. I'm not going to do a speech myself. I'm here really to just be your master of ceremonies. And at first, let me introduce Mike Lynch, our Assistant Vice President and Athletic Director. Mike.
Thanks, Gary. And thank all of you for being here. On behalf of the Department of Athletics, I want to welcome everyone here. Certainly have a number of people to thank. This is a historic day for BU Athletics, but an even bigger day for Boston University. This is going to be a transformative event for our department and for our campus, because this field, which was generously donated by a number of people, chief of whom is the New Balance Corporation. We certainly want to thank them. But this field will be transformative because it will change the nature of sports here at Boston University. And in much the same way, I see it as much the same way as what happened with the arena. In fact, there are more students who are going to be impacted by this particular facility than probably by any facility we have on campus. We have a number of recreational activities that will take place here. And more than that, it'll be the home for our field hockey program. Our coach is here today, Sally Starr. Certainly want to congratulate Sally. And Sally has been a head coach here for a long time, and she's been working off campus for the last 12 years. And we've talked almost daily about the potential for a new field, so I know she's delighted, and we're certainly happy to have her team and her athletes back here on campus. I want to thank all of you who have been contributors to this project. Again, this is going to change the face of our program. Certainly chief among those is John Withey and the New Balance Corporation. We certainly want to thank them. They have proven to be magnificent partners with a real vision for what can happen at a place like Boston University when you have a project like this and what it can do for our campus and for our student athletes. Certainly want to thank our president and our board of trustees and all of the other donors who are here today to help celebrate this magnificent occasion for their vision and trying to help us to put together a grand campus. And of course, we want to thank the mayor for his support in helping us to move this project along. So without further ado, I do want to pass the mic back to Gary so that we can move the program along. But from everyone in the Department of Athletics, thank you all very much for being here and for supporting this project and for helping us to continue to transform Boston University. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. I know there's lots of people that typically get thanked at events like this, and the project team and Mike's group and everyone that's worked on it so hard, you're too many to name. There is a tremendous amount of effort that goes into this, and we thank you all. But we always like to, in addition to the mayor, we always like to thank the members of our community and our neighborhood task force that works with us with the BRA for their tremendous support. Today, I know Pam Beal is here with us someplace. Pam? Pam is chair of our task force. And I think today we also have Representative Kevin Honan from Brighton. Representative Honan, thank you very much. Now our next speaker, as Mike has mentioned, is John Withey. John is our Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of New Balance, our major donor for this project and a partner with our athletic program. John, we will turn the mic to you.
Thank you, Mike, Dr. Brown, and the entire Boston University team for your vision and seeing the great potential for this space and your work to get into this groundbreaking today. As a BU graduate and someone who worked out in the Case Center in the morning for many years and walking through this space, this project is obviously personally very exciting. Thank you, Mayor Menino, for your ongoing dedication to making Boston one of the healthiest cities in our nation. New Balance is proud to be a member of the Boston business community for more than 35 years. In fact, Boston is our home. We have a long-standing commitment to promoting health and fitness and giving back to our local community. The state-of-the-art athletic field will provide the Boston University field hockey team and, as Mike says, the entire BU community with a valuable athletic and student life resource. We share Boston University's passion and dedication to continued innovation, excellence in sports, and enhancing the lives of student-athletes and the greater Boston University community. We look forward to visiting the New Balance Field at Boston University next fall. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Our next speaker requires very little introduction. Ever since he came from MIT 7 years ago, he's been working very hard to get our girls field hockey team back to this side of the Charles River. Our president, Robert Brown.
Thank you, Gary. It's really a beautiful afternoon. If I could put it in a bottle, I would, and save it for Sunday. But I'm really delighted that you all could be with us today because this is a very special occasion. And groundbreakings are really celebrations in a number of different dimensions. You know, Boston University is a great private university. And in the last few decades, it has become a great residential institution, adding a vast amount of student housing to really transform the undergraduate experience at the university. But our greatest challenge, no doubt, is green space, especially space for athletics, both recreational and competitive. We only have one major athletic field, which has served all our students in all sports and all intramural sports that we can use the time for. And it is used day and night for those purposes. And as has been said before, as a result of that, teams like our women's field hockey team have had to compete off campus, and they've competed very well. And at the same time, we haven't had a men's lacrosse team, basically because of the issue of field shortage. Now, thanks to generosity of our alumni and friends who have come together and the generous gift from the New Balance Corporation, we've been able to transform what is a really underutilized piece of real estate on the west end of our campus into a vital part of our athletic complex. This transformation will do two major things for us, as you've heard. It'll bring our women's field hockey team home, and that's major news in itself. It'll lead to the creation of a men's lacrosse team, which we're underway starting. And finally, what it does, it creates green space for recreational athletics, both club, intramural, and just people that want to get out and play. This block of our campus, moreover, this block of our campus will become part of the university in a way that it has not been before. No longer will it be what I would call the typical kind of urban blight created by surface parking spaces, but will become a vital part of our campus in the community. A groundbreaking is a time to celebrate and express gratitude to all of those people who have made this possible. Clearly, and we've already said that without the New Balance Corporation support and their generous gift of $3 million, this would not have happened. And this just shows, I think, New Balance's commitment to the city in which they have been for over 35 years and the support of local institutions. It also shows the vision of their chairman and a really modern founder, Jim Davis, and his vision for the role athletics plays in the community. And I want to thank Jim. I want to thank John Withy for being here today, the Executive Vice President and CFO, and thank the New Balance Corporation. Will you join me in a round of applause? When you think about how something like this happens, it always starts as a germ of an idea someplace. And this started in the Athletics Committee of the Board of Trustees. And the people on that Athletics Committee and around key alumni got involved in this project very early on when someone resurrected a vision that was, I think, at least 15 years old for doing this. This was not a new idea. It had been floated a couple of times, but it never quite caught hold. And what happens when something like this gains momentum is that people step forward and they basically give it momentum through giving it financial support. And I want to acknowledge a number of people, some are in the room today, some are not, who played a critical role in this. Robert Trump. Robert, where are you? Very generous donor to the field. Now, Bob, when he was here, was a soccer player, but he was okay with it being a field hockey field. Thank you. Ron Garrix, who trustee of the university, who's not with us today, chair of the Budget and Finance Committee. Billy Bloom, an overseer of the university. Billy was if I got it right, a club rugby player. And we probably will let the rugby people on this field. Lance Piccolo, who's chair of our athletics committee, actually played football at Boston University, and a trustee of the university. Larry Cohen, I don't think Larry is with us today. Ray Killian, who I also don't think is here, another overseer. Stuart Pratt, trustee of the university, member of the athletics committee. Thank you, Stuart. And Bippy Siegel, a member of the athletics committee and a trustee. All of these people were there at the beginning and put funds into this project very early on that gave it the steam necessary to get it over the finish line that New Balance actually pushed the ball over. And so it's really, I'd say, a great community effort. And in that context, I can't think of introducing anybody who works more for the community of Boston, and I think supports Boston University, than Mayor Thomas Menino. He works tirelessly to improve the quality of life in our city, and is especially an advocate for healthy lifestyles and for the neighborhoods. And that's why he's here in a cast today with his foot, which I think is a little ironic. And I really do believe this project, in many, many ways, is a win-win for all involved. It's for the university and the community, and I really like to think of it that way. We provide more space for exercise and recreation. We enhance the attractiveness of a very much underutilized part of our campus on the west side. I want to thank the mayor for his strong advocacy, which is responsible for development all over the city, and for his strong support of projects like this in this neighborhood and others. Mayor Menino.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for that kind introduction. This is like church. Nobody's in the front pews. The collection's already been made, folks. Come on up. Hey. But let me tell you, I know President Brown, he has another project right up his sleeve. Every few weeks he says, I got another one. He's so fortunate to have Bob Brown as the president of this university in this particular time of its history. He's done a spectacular job at Boston University over the years, and the relationships that he has with not just city government, but the community at large is so outstanding. I just say that this is a day to say thank you to Bob Brown for this and so many other projects he's advocated for in during this time of his presidency. I really appreciate the partnerships that BU has with the city of Boston in so many ways. Bob, whether it's scholarships for our young people, the part of the task force which Bob sat on, and some people said, well, he can't do it. Well, Bob sat on the task force. And some of you guys probably didn't like him doing that. But, you know, we have 98% participation by nonprofits in the city of Boston. And that's a real record. I never thought we'd do that because the fairness of the project. The work with the Boston Public Schools, that's truly outstanding. BU is always there, I believe, for the people of our city. And once again today, with this new facility that we're going to have, it just shows that how BU continues to change and continues to modernize its facilities. The women's field hockey team, 12 years you've been in exile. Now you're coming home. You're world renowned, and that's great for you guys. And also that this field will be not just for, you know, for the hockey, field hockey, but other programs, intramural sports, other programs that you have at Boston University. We'll open up the campus just a little bit more, and like it was said earlier, you're going to have more green space here, which is so valuable to the students and also to the environment of our city. So I come here this afternoon to say thank you to New Balance, once again, for stepping up to the plate, and we couldn't have another better corporate partner than New Balance, but also other folks who helped contribute to make this day possible. It's a team effort, and that's what you have at BU right now, a good team in place. Let's continue to work together to make sure those students have a great education, but also how BU continues to improve the quality of life in the neighborhoods of Boston. Thank you very much.